guys, this is William Menzies at Functional Patterns in London. In today's video tutorial I'm going to be showing you a very simple yet effective myofascial release technique to help alleviate tension within the adductor group. The adductors are quite a complex group of muscles within the body. They serve many different purposes. However, because of the static environment that we live in and also being in one plane of motion where we are forced and stuck in the sagittal plane, limiting rotation through the trunk, this means that the adductors themselves become quite overloaded. So during the gait cycle, when we don't have core stability to keep our pelvis level and parallel with the floor, as we're taking steps forward and our pelvis drops down, as you can see, the back leg is dropping in and so is the front leg. So as we're constantly going through our gait cycle doing this, it can cause all types of problems within the adductor group, causing hip issues and also pain in the knees. I really like this technique, not only because it's helped me with issues and helped me to kind of alleviate some of the knee valgus, which I've still got, but is definitely getting better over time. But it's also a technique that doesn't require any equipment. So what I'm going to do is just sit myself down on the floor. I've got both legs at 90 degrees, and I'm going to drop myself down onto this elbow so I'm nice and comfortable, and I'm going to pop this arm to 90 degrees just on the inner portion of my thigh, above my knee, in this section here where we're going to attack some of the fibers of the adductor magnus and also the gracilis, which is, as I said, the adductor that inserts into the tibia, so the lower portion of the leg. So I'm not actually using the point of my elbow, I'm not going in like this, I'm using the blade of my forearm, so the bone here, and I'm just applying gentle pressure. I'm just moving around very gently in a circular motion and rocking back and forth over the top and trying to find some tender spots in there, which there are a few, and I get a bit of a referral plane into the knee, which is fine, and just finding some hot spots and just hanging out there until I find the pain is going very slightly, and then moving very gently and very carefully along, rotating down. And we're going to probably want to spend 2 or 3 minutes on each side, and for this particular technique we're only really concentrating on the lower half to lower 2/3 of the thigh, so the lower portions or the lower fibers of the adductor group. Move on to the other side, exactly the same thing. Might find it slightly more awkward if you're right-handed, but you'll get there if you keep practicing. So we're just going to do the same this side. In a previous tutorial we talked about releasing the or the vastus lateralis of the iliotibial band, because that can be a contributing factor to knee pain. If you've tried that technique and you're still getting some issues with the knees, then this is another technique that can help deal with issues and pain within the knee. Ultimately, we're really only dealing with the tissues here. We're not actually eradicating the cause of the problem, which, as I said, is a lot down to core stability and poor glute activity. So what we're going to do in next week's video tutorial is we'll show you a technique that can help strengthen the transverse abdominis and also the glutes. That will ultimately lead to better hip stability through the gait cycle, which then will alleviate that poor knee position as we're going through the gait cycle. I've trust you found this video tutorial useful, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.